Well, let's see if anyone joins in here. Kind of a last minute spur of the moment thing. Uh, wasn't planning on, well, kind of planning on doing a live video at least once this week, just haven't had time. I was sitting on the couch a few minutes ago and I am reading through comments on a video I had done recently about a porch roof. Actually, the video is several months old and just posted it the other day. But I'm reading through all these comments about home inspectors, and apparently it's offended a few, and it's not what the point of the video is supposed to have been about. It looks like we got some people coming in. How's everybody doing on this lovely Friday evening? Should be out having a good time, but I'm wore out. So I'm sitting there and I'm reading these comments, and I'm not upset by it, but my intent is not to irritate and piss off these home inspectors, but it just got me thinking, hey Gary, that you gotta wonder. First off, let me just say, in my area, I'm not meeting all home inspectors. Most of the time, I don't even know who did the inspection. But the things I see missed, at least in the trade that I've been around all my life, they're probably not skilled in the roofing industry to know the little detail to look for. Yeah, if they see a tree limb sticking out, I'm sure they're going to note it. If they see some tar and some nails and shingles blown up missing, they're going to see it, note it. But it's the things that when they just see a roof and it looks new, but there's clearly obvious things that are done bad, that if you had a little bit of skill in the industry, you should be able to know. My biggest thing is these home inspectors that say the roof is in good shape and it's obviously not. If they're not sure, unsure, if you see something, I don't care if it's a little spot of a nail or something, it's best, and some of the better inspectors in my area I have seen have said, hey, this is what I see. I would recommend having it further evaluated with a skilled contractor. I don't care what trade it is. That to me is a way better home inspector than the inspector that says, oh, it's good. But then there's some comments that came in that I just read a little bit ago, and I'm wondering, because somebody brought up a very good valid point. These home inspectors get some of their bread and butter from the realtors, and I'm not saying all, this isn't to piss off and stir up a little battle, but if a home inspector brings up every little thing bad with a home and it derails the real estate transaction, that's missed commission on the real estate realtor. So I'm wondering, like, does that go on? Have any of you guys that are here watching? How's it going, everybody? Does that go on? Do you think it goes on? I'm sure they're not going to admit to it, but if I was a realtor, I would want my customers taken care of. If that meant me losing a transaction and my commission, I would much rather see a lost commission and know that my client is taken care of or is at least aware of all the things going on. I had two homes just the other day. What was today? Friday? Thursday? Yeah, yesterday. Um, Very similar issue. One of them, a home inspector, didn't know much about the roof, but he did notice a spot staining in the ceiling. Recommend a further evaluation. Cool. Just turns out that some of the stuff I saw on that roof wasn't even close to what he stated the seller had said. But anyway, the second one, however, he had a real estate an inspector inspect the roof, and I did see that inspector's paperwork. He did circle and point out some areas and said, hey, you should get this done. You should get it looked at. The home buyer, however, wasn't quite sure. He went ahead and bought the home, and the roof is actually in pretty bad shape. I mean, there's like Flex Seal, just a mess of things. So I want to just go out here, go live with you guys, see if anyone's got any true stories or anything that you could relate to. Similar issues with real estate transactions, home inspectors of any skill trade area. I'm just curious to see what you guys think. I can't wait for more of these comments to come in here, but I try to find one. There's quite a few comments I got to go through each night. That's why if you're watching, I don't reply back to yours. It's probably gotten buried or I missed it. I apologize. There's quite a few that are coming in now. See if I can find that one I was looking at. Oh, and shout out to Depot Comedy. Commented 12 hours ago, if you're out there. Thanks for the kind words. Let's see here. Where was that one? Somebody had, oh, not that one. It's further up. Hit the nail on the head at the time, brother. So try to find that comment here. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm wore out. I'm gonna read through the comments and then maybe watch a couple of videos and go to bed early. It's been hotter than hell this week here. It's heat indices 108 degrees and it's just been miserable. I don't know where it's at, but anyway, the comment they basically stated that kind of a conflict of interest where the realtor is recommending a home inspector, and if the home inspector says, "Hey, that thing's just jacked," and it doesn't go, I mean, that's his lost commission. So is it in the realtor's best interest to just have the inspector be kind of neutral? Oh yeah, here's some little things, it's not bad. And then when they buy it, then they get stuck with this mess. I see it too often. Do I do copper flashing? No. I mean, Kokomo's a different market, I tell you. Maybe if it was like 45 minutes an hour south of here, I know people still do copper, but just not here in my market. Everybody's got a cheap, good price, good job. Well, I got a bargain. That's kind of how it is here in my hometown, unfortunately. Anybody got any questions? I kind of gave my little 2 cents on home inspections. I'm kind of wondering. I've got a thought. Let me know. There's what, just 12 of you guys in here right now. I'm kind of thinking about offering free inspections just to be able to bring some more crazy content of what I might be able to find by offering free inspections. It's like a shit show around here. It's bad. I can't do the hands-on filming and doing the repair work all the time. I'm just too busy with what I've got to do. So that's why a lot of the content here recently has been more just like leak inspections. What slow night? Is that a hell yeah, Martin, to free home inspections to bring more content of crazy stuff I see? I'm kind of afraid if I said free home inspections, I don't know, that could just overwhelm me. I still got to pay the bills. Just the few calls I get for like leaks, it's usually what it is. When we have a big storm, I don't know, maybe you guys can relate to this if you're a roofer. When you have a gnarly, like heavy rain after it's been dry for a while, you're like, God, you enjoy the time off, but you're thinking in the back of your head, my phone is gonna ring, it's gonna blow up. And if you want the business, then great. But I'm like, man, I'm just so backed up already. But that's when you usually get all these like leak calls that come out. You know, in Chin, I've never seen those products. They're just here somewhat recently. Somebody found me on, I think it was Instagram, that offers stuff like that. I'm not sure what it was exactly. They spray this chemical on to kind of help rejuvenate or resoften. I mean, I don't know. I guess it makes sense. Um, that might be something I need to get a hold of and try. I'm gonna have to look up. I'm not on Instagram very much. I'm not on Facebook very much, but I didn't know there's anything like that out there until here recently, but I'd like to try it. Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, especially now, I'm putting $1,000 a month just in my truck to do estimates, so I'm really trying to be cautious on driving. Trying to not just go 40 minutes one way for one. If I can work it in, I'll try to book it out a week, and then chances are more come up in that same area, same town. So it just, I don't know. Never had to worry about it like I do now. Hell, even now, most estimates that come in over 40 minutes away or so, I don't even drive out there. I talk to the homeowner, try to gather as much information as I can, how many layers it might be, how old is the home. Some of that you can kind of determine. Like if it's a home is built in the 90s, it's probably the first layer roof, maybe a roof over. Um, but then I'll just do a roof sketch, different ways of doing it. If you got a good image, just try to keep that driving cost and time down. inch in? Is there a particular, is it called Rejuvenate, the product you're talking about, or does it have a name or a brand? Yeah, where'd that go, Martin? Oh yeah, like just limited time and limited areas. We offer free inspections, so that's kind of where a lot of this content comes from, at least the leak inspections. Yeah, I'd be afraid how, like, if I put it out there too much, I mean, I'll be getting calls an hour away, and that's just going to be, I can't drive an hour south and then an hour north of my hometown. That'd kill me. 2 hours. Just repaired 10 shingles and some paper in 2 hours. I mean, there's many factors. If you're asking like how'd you do for the first time, I mean, as long as it doesn't leak and it's taken care of, I mean, who cares how long it takes? You should feel proud that you got it done. As far as how long, how did you do good in the time? I mean, is it a 12-12? Is it flat 4-12? It's not bad. If it's a cluster of 10 in an area, that's going to go way quicker than 10 different shingles in different areas. That's a lot more work. Try to have so many photos sent to you as possible. Oh, like if you're doing talking to customers, potential customers, yeah. I mean, I even deal with a lot of people with my cell phone and just send me some photos, giving me good information. Typically, Google Street View, you can get a lot of good information from that, from satellite and Street View. You can help. There's been times I've been able to completely go around the property with Street View through the alleys and see pipe booths, chimneys, all kinds of good stuff. So that's been pretty cool. You can do a quick sketch, like Eagle View, their quick sketch. I don't know why people do that. It's just, I mean, here, I'll just give you a real quick example. Let me pull up another tab here and see if I can't slide it down on my screen. I'm just going to go to some crazy house here out in Lafayette and pull this down, shrink me up here. Just bear with me a second. Okay. Can you guys see me? Can you see the screen of the map here? We're just going to zoom in on some random lucky little home about right over here. So Google Maps, there's a really cool thing you can do. A lot of people don't know this, and I've got a video showing it. Let's look at this simple gable right here. If you right click at a corner point, you can bring this little menu, measure distance. You can come down over here and just simply right click, and then down here it tells you the distance. So for you other people on the metric system, or if you're here in the States, 52 feet. So then you can simply multiply that by 2. You get your eve length, your apron you need, your ice and water. But the cool part is for like Eagle View, whoops, hit the wrong button. Boom, 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 close it off. And it gives you this 1749, bring up calculator, 1749 multiplied by the pitch factor. So let's shrink that down. Uh, that doesn't have a street view. Oh, wait, hang on. Click on that there. And here's the house. So you can see up here, it's probably about a 612 pitch. You can even look, this was date stamped in 2019. It looks like a newer roof. It's already got ridge vent cut open. There's no penetrations on the front. You can get a lot of good information from simply doing that. Here I'm missing all kinds of comments. Let me back out of that. So anyway, what you do there is on my work computer here, I've got this little thing taped here. It's a little cheat sheet, pitch rise multiplier. So just do a simple Google search and you can get that. And your common pitch, you just multiply this number. So if that's a 612, you're going to multiply it by a 1.118. So you're doing your whole number, 0.118. And then that takes into account that it is a flat 2D image you're looking at and accounts for the rise. So why that matters if you're at like an 812, 1012, 1212, the steeper it gets, you're looking from point to point. It's not going to look very big, but if you're you need to account for that rise. So it's a real simple way. Within like a minute or two, you can do a quick sketch, whereas Eagle View charges you what, 12, 18, 20 bucks, something like that. Oh, here, somebody just said Eagle View reports $12. Yeah. So I mean that's the same thing an Eagle View sketch does right there. So super simple, easy way. That's in Lafayette, one of those I had pop up earlier that I just had to go do. That's why I was thinking I just pulled a lot. It's not this home. I just simply zoomed in on one. But here, square up. There's where I live. Mm. Yeah, Eagle View is cool. I do like it, but Roof Sketch, that's just a whole lot better. If you guys want to see Roof Sketch, that's paid for software. Let me create a bogus address real quick. Let me see some here. Gotta pull up another window and bring one up real quick. Just add a bogus test. I'm just gonna find a house here. Just find another random address. Let's go down to Westfield. Oak Hill Road. How about this little guy right here? Copy in just some random address, and I'll give you guys a little example. I have no idea who lives here. We'll do a quick little roof sketch live if you guys want to see how roof sketch works. It sounds like it just started raining. Bear with me, I'll be right back with you guys. I'm just trying to get this. Okay. So I created a project in Roof Sketch. Let me shrink me down here real quick. So this is within a customer file on Roof Sketch. If you guys want to see, if you're not familiar with Roof Sketch, it's software I pay for and use and absolutely love it. So I entered the customer file, which in this case it was just me, and I just picked a random address, which is this corner house here. This is in Westfield. So it pops up with this under the Sketch tab. You verify, yep, that's the house. You put it right over it. You preview images. There's an Australian company called Nearmap that does high-res photos like this. They get those with an API. They take credits. Your credits, if you don't use them, they continue to grow. I always try to, if you can get a good standard or standard plus, these two do not use credits, but be aware if the house looks like not symmetric, the satellite image was coming at an angle, it all still typically works out. It just doesn't look symmetric when you're sketching it. So if you have the option, you see white siding here, that means it's looking slightly to the east. Same with this one. This one right here with near map, it's looking pretty much directly down on it, but it's going to take you a credit. I'm not going to waste a credit for this. So we're just going to pick this one. It looks more clean. Um, yeah, I've not heard of that one, Martin. You can quick turn like this. I always try to get the street view at the bottom driveway like you're pulling in. Then I try to get it up on an eave to just square it up a little bit better on two sides here so it looks pretty good. It just helps snapping lines together a little better. So that's pretty good. You can zoom in some more if you want. Let's see what one more click in looks like. Yeah, to me it's a little more pixelated, and sometimes I give these to the homeowner. Not always, because I don't want them giving my hard work away. We'll just go with that. It's good enough. And then it's I mean, literally, so kind of compare your time and your diesel and going out there. And then, especially if it's a gnarly, steep 2-story, 3-story, put your life at risk. In this case, you just sit here in a cozy chair with your favorite drink. Man, my favorite drink, I might need to go get something. Zoom in down here in the corner, what I like to do. So if you look where this line snaps, the gable kind of comes up over. That's because the image was taken kind of off, but it'll all work out. Just follow me or bear with me. So get the cursors lined up as best you can. The more you zoom in, the finer it'll get. Then I like to, click draw. Right about here. Come up to roughly where the gable is, come down to the other corner here, and then 16.1, 16.8, you can click this and just manipulate those so it's pretty symmetric. Or close, it doesn't have, it's just how close you want to get it. That's close enough. There, I got it. Jot this one down over to here. Now I'm actually over the edge this way, but that's fine. It's because the way the image was. I like to try to do the gables real quick. 6963, get those even. 636. Oh, my mouse isn't feeling real good today. The little crosshairs kind of snap too, and it definitely helps. Some of the reason why this one doesn't look symmetric, like I said, the satellite image was kind of coming over. Imagine if you had pulled up at the same time I started this. Would you have had the ladder up and really been up there moving and walking around yet? So that's all done. So then you got to label your sections, and this helps you build a chart. So if you get the job, you can measure everything off it. Do you want ice water, edge metal, gutters? Just things, pretty simple stuff. And no certain way of doing this. No certain order anyway. Rake edge. Ridge vent. No hips. Valley, ice and water. And let me see, did I have where's my yeah, I want to go down to the street view here real quick. So looking at the street view, you can see that's probably about I don't know, zoom in on that. Let's say about a 512. Yeah, it doesn't have to be exact, just close. It's not quite a 6, doesn't look like a 4, I'd say a 5. If you're going to air out, be airing out slightly on the steeper, but we'll just go with a 6. So then you click on your facet tab here. You can add different dormers and remove things. You can do multiple layer. Pitch is the important one. Click 6 on all. If you wanted to, you could say I wanted this one here as a 4. There's different ways of doing this. And once you're done and you're happy with everything, click done. It usually gives you a recommended. Oh yes, Martin, yeah. So I kind of feel the customers out. Sometimes if I feel like the customer sees the professionalism I put into it, it's going to help show the service we can provide. But then you kind of feel those customers out, and you're like, nah, they're just going to use it, give it to another guy, and try to get things even cheaper. Then, I don't always. I kind of feel the customer out. So then you click on Sketch here. It's going to pop this up. Add new. You can also do these photos with drone shots too if you have them. It'll build a PDF file, like a 4 to 6 page. I want to check something out here real quick. Oh, oh, okay. So on the front, it'll have a nice little picture of the property. Oops, sorry, my screens are going crazy here. Then it shows the facets, all the different linear measurements here. There's kind of the meat and potatoes over here, your actual size with waste factors figured in. Your table's a 510. What it suggests usually is in this range. And then it breaks down all your different itemized areas. And then I just throw that into a spreadsheet of what I need. You can give this out to your guys so they know, like, hey, this house needs apron or no apron or ice or no ice. Facet size. I mean, it's pretty nice. And the fact that it's not a cost per report, it is the, where am I at over here? So it's not just like 45, 65, $75 per report. I think it's like $100 a month, but I can do unlimited reports. So in my eyes, it's definitely worth it. See if I missed anything up here. Yeah, so what I do when I bid my jobs, not to get into exact numbers, but I created an Excel spreadsheet. And really easy is I populate the customer file, I date everything I do so I can always go back. And then on that chart that shows all those numbers, I just take the actual size, the waste factor, and I plug them into a table I created and it will auto populate everything in my spreadsheet from different suppliers I have and all their prices. So I can look at which supplier I want to use, what product I want to use, and it tells me the cost. And then I've run some different equations. It'll tell me my job cost, my miscellaneous areas, if the town needs permits or not. There's an area to add entries for miscellaneous items and returns. Gives you an estimated job profit, so you can see your percentage of profit, how much in dollar value you're looking at. So I've never gone to a job and made significantly less or much less at all than I was expected. It's usually more than. So there's a lot of guys that shoot from the hip, and when they get done doing jobs, they're like, geez, I lost. So not cool. Well, I kind of got way off topic here. This was about real estate home inspections and kind of got off onto roof sketches. Anyone got any questions? Probably wrap this up here real soon. Like I said, this is a spur of the moment. There we go. Bitcoin coming back down. What'd you say, Kyle? You can fit in that safe? I was like, what are you talking about? You're talking about the safe behind me? Hey, I want people seeing that. Let's turn the angle. Yeah, whatever. Nothing good in there but guns. How's it going, Super Roofer? Doing good today? You're becoming one of my new favorite fans. Thanks, Martin. Where are you out of? See if can't click on it in the live. I have to go back later and see if I can see the comment and click your name. Or actually, let me just copy and paste you and I'll look you up here real quick. California. Yeah, today was an easier day for me. They were calling for storms all day today, and it really didn't do a whole lot. It was hot and muggy, so I was doing estimates all day today. I'm finding out that a lot of my repairs have been kind of undervalued, undercharged, I guess I should say. A lot of people, oh yeah, do it, do it. I'm like, did I do this too low? Trying to figure out what market is for repair work. Apparently nobody wants to do repair work around here, so you can charge more. 10, 12. Yeah, nasty here in a hot, warm area, humid too, but that was fun. Martin, you only have 3 subscribers. Shout out to you. Some people want to go over and check out his channel. It's kind of videos. You only got one video. Oh, Miami condo collapse. Was that a video you did? Yeah, so there's some things I'll do. Like if I'm looking at a leak or something and it's like so minor, I'll just take care of it. Like, you know what? It's not even worth it. And you know, some people would be like, "Oh no, you got to charge." Well, yeah, I get that, but again, I kind of feel the customer out. I'm not out there just like a leech trying to suck every little drop of blood I can get, or every little dollar I can get. Now, if it means like coming back to do a repair, something you got to schedule to get supplies, then yeah, I mean, you got to factor in all your time, the initial drive, the second drive out there, how much time it's going to take you, your overhead, your insurance, you're building your truck, your diesel, your truck insurance, your building insurance, all that. It all adds up pretty quick. You get people like, oh, I shouldn't have to pay but $30 for that repair. Like, okay, well, then you do it. Yeah. The other thing, so homes, if they're on a busy corridor, that's another thing I try to keep in mind too. You know, that road frontage and putting your sign out and letting people drive by all day while your crew's out working. Yeah, I might give a little better deal on something like that. But I like to feel people out, like BDR church. You know, somebody commented today. Actually, one guy commented. He's like, "Brian, you're doing more good than you can fathom." He's like, "Don't let the bad comments bother you." I try not to let them bother me, but it just gets annoying what people say. There's idiots out there. And one of the guys commented about me. I'm half the roofer BDR will ever be, or I'll never be half the roofer BDR is. It's like, okay, I think because he said all I do is shingles, but just haven't put much content of metal out there. Anyway, whatever. One of the viewers are falling off. Did I start too late today? Usually I start too early. Everybody's heading out, going party on this nice Friday night. 33 minutes. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any stories of home inspections? Home inspectors? You know what? Somebody commented me. He's like, I'm in IT. Why am I watching ripping videos at 3 a.m.? I'm like, I don't know. I had to reply back. I'm like, I'm a roofer. Why am I watching Network Chuck? Ugh, I don't know. The algorithm's a beast. So legit. I know what you're talking about. Thanks, Martin. I appreciate it. Zestiva. Thank you. Maybe I botched that. I don't know. Thank you. Everybody that chimes in, comments, watches. Thank you. I appreciate it. The whole reason I really started the channel is because there was, in my opinion, there was really no good riffing content out there. Nothing for the homeowner to really learn, to so they know they're not being taken advantage of, not going to get ripped off, all the scams out there, and just things to be aware of. Because before I started this channel, at least the algorithm never dished me up anything good. It was always the world's fastest, the roofing Olympics, the my shit never leaks type thing. And of course, your occasional comedy BDR. Dude. You know, I like his content. Anyone here follow Zach of all trades? He's actually another good ripper that I've seen. Cares about his quality, and he's not too far from me. I thought about trying to reach out to him, get a hold of him, go visit him. Calling out Zach, or yeah, no, it's Zach of all trades, veteran roofer, whatever his channel name is now. No, I like him. From what I've seen of his footage, he's actually looks like he cares about his quality of install. Super Roofer, you just put out a new video? Let me go check it out. Let's just see real quick. So my YouTube, the algorithm, this is what it shows. Of course, I'm into crypto. I like Andre Jake, Stephen Graham. I'm also a pilot and I watch a lot of aviation stuff. But I saw something last night with this like Indian like working with metal. I thought it was interesting, and I next thing you know, I watched like 4 half-hour videos, and here it is serving it up. The algorithm can adapt really quick. Let's see what else. It's usually news and stuff. Bigger pockets. It's been big on my radar lately too. Anyway, just a real quick YouTube algorithm. Super Roofer. D4X4 Bucko. Your HVAC guy? Hopefully, he didn't take any offense to my HVAC tape reference and the worst roof ever. Fastest roofer alive. Okay, before I show this, I need to make sure it's not Super Roofer, but oh, I just typed in Super Roofer and it's coming up with the world's fastest. Hmm. I gotta be careful though, I get way off topic and down. Oh, somebody commented about this video. This one's been pretty viral lately.
I'm not a roofing expert. I don't know how to do any roofing. That's your guys' job. But I'm looking at that. What you're doing is simulating damage to the shingle.
No, you're not.
Me? Whenever you pull the shingle back further than it needs to, that's creating damage.
Can you guys hear it okay?
That point?
No, I'm not saying right, but when you pull this one up.
Yeah, you have to pull this one up to see which three it is.
Okay, I'm saying, but you don't need to crease it.
Yeah, some people are asking if I had seen this. Yeah.
Pull the side of the
Where's it creased?
Damn, it's really blown up. It's jumped up over 1.6 million views already.
You think this is repairable?
Yes.
Huh. Why can't my videos do that?
Video?
Yeah.
Alright, let's check out Super Roofer's video. Gotta find your channel first. Oh, so legit, yeah. I had people in a live video I did a few weeks ago like, hey, have you seen that? It's like, yeah, I saw it. It was only like 50,000 views when I had seen it, and YouTube is popping it up every other day on my feed, and people were talking about it left and right. Oh, hey, there I am. There we go. Here's Zach of all trades. I've never met the guy, but he's got some good quality, and he's only like an hour or two north of me. I can remember he's up in like South Bend, northern Indiana. Anybody know him? You guys seen him before? Super Roofer, the algorithm is not liking you today. Oh, you know what? You got an underscore in there, that's why. There we go. Let's give a shout out to Super Roofer too. See if we can get his sub count up a little bit. Your morning on Beaver Lake. That looks pretty nice.
Out here fishing Beaver Lake this morning. There's still a full moon from last night. It's probably about 6 in the morning right now.
Oh, I'm big.
Just give you a view of what I'm looking at here. Out here fishing Beaver Lake this morning. There's still a full moon from last night. It's probably about...
One of your videos, I could have swore I saw a squirrel or something in a bird feeder. You've seen some pretty bad metal roofs too, my friend. Nobody's got any stories about real estate home inspections? I'm trying to get the other two videos I did just the other day uploaded, and uh, my phone, I use it to send internet to my laptop while I'm at work all day. Laptop's with me, had the GPS going. It was hotter than hell out the last few days. And in the middle of a video, boop, it shuts down. The camera says too hot, needs to shut off, and it ruined the video several times. I'm like, man, I just gave up. It was annoying. Oh, Florida's the wild, wild west. Florida? What part of Florida are you in? Is that a crocodile or a frog? Is your icon, emoji, or thumbnail? Pensacola? Yeah, insurance companies are stupid. There was a video I did that's actually starting to blow up and get a lot of views, and I'm not the kind of guy that goes out and turns stuff into insurance. I mean, obviously, if it's storm damage, and I'm gonna be like, yeah. But there's a video of me just kind of chalking stuff up, and I don't know. I'd never really done that. So in the video, I was actually called out to look at the roof for these people, and my opinion, and I'm pretty sure I stated in the video, it's old, a year or two old now, that I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. And the people comment, I get some wild comments. Some adjusters say absolutely not. Some adjusters say yeah. Then you get contractors say I'd get that bought, and others say no, it's not. I didn't know what I was doing in that video. I just was trying to shed some light on it. I need to probably go down more that avenue. Another thing I want to do is learn Xactimate a little bit. Yeah, so some of the other things I've seen as far as like the homeowner, I've had it happen to my mom and dad. They get a letter in the mail say they're going to drop them if the roof doesn't get replaced by the end of the month. I'm like, okay, that's stupid. It's a business too. They want to collect premiums and not pay out any claims and make billions. So legit, you talking the one that I did where I was in the video chalking up a roof 2 stories up? So one of the comments I read, the guy was he said he timestamped it, so I clicked on it because I couldn't remember what the hell he was talking about because the video was old. So I clicked the comment and I clicked the timestamp and it pops up and I'm walking up the roof and I'm like, that's fucked. And he said he spit his coffee out while he was watching it the other morning, kind of cracking up a little bit. Why does the insurance always pay out for additional work on insurance claims? You mean like supplementing? I mean, the insurance stuff is kind of out of my area. Yeah, that one was in Sheridan. To my knowledge, it's still not done yet. So some people, I guess, to put into context, they don't know what all was talked about prior to in that video. Most of the homes in that neighborhood got a new roof. There was a few that weren't, but they had some pretty bad winds, straight line winds come through that area, and a lot of homes got replaced, but that person's insurance said, nope, wasn't wind damage. Yeah, 3 tabs do suck. Don't ever get 3 tab. Excuse me. Well, people, I'm probably gonna wind down. Can I do a 30-year shingle test? What do you mean? Like, compare and test out the shingles from one another, or like test a shingle that's 30 years old? I imagine you're referring to a shingle that has a 30-year warranty. Test it, like, see if it's good. Yeah, there's this, without giving away a whole lot of detail, there's this roof I was trying to work on, an insurance claim, and the guy wants to just roof over. I'm like, let's see how this turns out. One day I'm heading into town, go to work, and he's got all these guys just roofing over it. I'm like, why? Why? I'm not a fan of roof over. They can be done, but it's only as good as what you're putting it on. And two, when you've got cedar siding and shingles pinned up tight to it, and you're just putting a roof over it, and you can't get new flashing in, it's going to be a disaster. This house is all cut up, and it's going to be a disaster. Like other people in a nice neighborhood on a golf course. Can you do a roof over? I don't want to pay for a tear off. I'm like, yeah, you can get somebody else to do it. I'm not gonna be out here putting a roof over and having all your golf buddies see me doing this for you. I wouldn't do it on my house. I'm sorry. There's several different models and brands of shingles. I mean, I could take like individual shingles and like kind of show the differences and do some variations of little tests like the flexibility and the nail zone and how many granules come off. Like some of them are way worse than others. Jesus, even just to test stuff like, 35, $40 a bundle now. It's getting ridiculous. Like people doing demo for you to come in and do the floors so legit. It's a little hard on the roofing area. I get asked a couple times a year. People are like, well, what can I do to cut costs? Can I tear it all off? It's like, uh, no, we're not going to do that. I'm sorry. And they get mad at you. It's like the time it's going to take you to tear it off, and then we have to coordinate our schedule to come in right behind you. And if not, there's an issue with weather and you're gonna hold me accountable. It doesn't work that way. Just so you can save a few bucks and then things aren't as good as it should be when we need to come in. It just doesn't work out. I do have some ideas on videos. Some of the viewers have kind of given me some ideas too. It's just kind of hard. A lot going on in life. A lot to take care of and responsibilities. It just blows me away. Like people think roofers are making a killing, and I'm sure there's some roofing contractors, companies that make good money. But I think what a lot of people oversee is the fact that there's a lot that goes into it, depending upon the size of the company and their setup and their overhead. There's a lot of liability, there's a lot of skill and knowledge and time it takes to acquire. And you get other people, companies and businesses like there's a good book I'd recommend by MJ DeMarco, The Millionaire Fast Lane, and one of the areas he talks about is supply and demand and barrier to entry. So in my area, there's only a couple pressure washing companies that do soft washes, and they make a really good profit margin. They're in and they're out, very small crew, very low liability. It's not like you got a crew of guys on a roof working all damn day. It's going to get hurt and possibly killed, and property damage and all these things that can go wrong. And their profit margin is rather nice. And in my local area, it's just cutthroat because there's so many of them and the profit's so beat down. It's terrible. I know some of you guys probably already heard me talk about that before, but it's bad. I feel like I'm worth a lot more than I charge, it's just because if I wanted to charge what I feel like I would be worth, uh, nobody'd hire me. But I mean, there's customers out there. That's one thing I'm learning. There's customers out there willing to pay for the good quality, but this my little market, a market, that's one thing I've learned. I've done a lot of investing and trading and stuff and real estate and other things. The market is not just one even market. There's markets and there's little markets within markets. And Kokomo is its own little ecosystem. All the military jobs. Yeah, but that's probably pretty bad too. Uh, you get the head honchos that get the contracts for the people and they got their buddies and their companies and then just overinflate things. My problem with going live is I keep saying a few more minutes, a few more minutes, a few more minutes. I need to get ready to wind down and end this at like 10:15. So appreciate you guys, like I said. Otherwise, it'll be midnight again, and I'll still be, oh, just a few more minutes, a few more questions. Yeah, the algorithm has been pretty nice here lately, and kind of pushed a few of the videos. I just don't get though, like, I'll see some other riffing guys out there, and I just don't get it. You type in world's fastest, they'll have like very few subscribers, they'll have very little content, but I think it's the word, the title, and the people that search that kind of content watch it and the retention time and their engagement and the algorithm is like, oh, this is good content and they push it more. And I'm like, how did their channel blow up to the size it did? I don't get it. Well, we're gonna go and cut her down here. Will do, I appreciate it. You guys all have a good weekend yourselves.